Hi, y'all. I hope you're doing amazing. Welcome in. If you're new here, I'm Lindsay. My channel is all about self and spiritual development, manifestation, and a little bit about entrepreneurship as well. So, today's video is going to be about bad dreams. And while I don't feel like they're bad, I say that for explanation's sake, and intellectualizing the topic. And I know I'm not the only one that goes through this, and why I feel like it's so worth it to talk about. And just as a quick side message, this is actually a perfect example of alchemy and taking every opportunity to become a powerful alchemist, right? Taking something that is seemingly bad or uncomfortable, or even worse than that, however you want to describe it, and turning it around and making something beautiful, helpful, healing, and something that you give to yourself. And then, even just by talking about it, being the example, choosing alchemy for yourself also is a gift for everyone. And we can all learn from each other in that way the more we all practice alchemy individually. And so I want to go ahead and talk about bad dreams because for the past week, I have been having some really uncomfortable and even downright scary dreams pretty much every night, again, for about the past week. And so I just want to share with y'all how I heal and how I deal with that, and how I shift my energy, my perspective, and just a little bit about that gift of dreaming too, and how fear plays into it, and how you can neutralize it all as well and really take it as a gift. And again, use it to heal and even not only give to yourself, but give back as well. All right, so I want to start out by mentioning that I do have the gift of dreaming heavy. I dream every single night, truly, and I get 3, 4, 5 different dreams, often every night as well. And so you can imagine that my dream journal is pretty thick. And I do always make sure that I record my dreams for that reason. So I keep a dream journal by my bed, and also I record them through the notes on my phone, because I absolutely have nights where I'm just exhausted and I really do just want to go back to sleep and don't quite have the energy to turn the light on and write it down. And so I will just reach for my phone and record it in my notes. And so if that helps you, I definitely encourage that, honestly. However you can record them, just do what feels best for you. I do both. So I get dreams and messages for myself every night. I get them for the collective all the time as well, which I share on my channel. It's always the Dream Messages edition if you are interested. And so it's just a heavy spiritual gift of mine. It's one that I love. It just really, really speaks to me. I lucid dream all the time as well. And I even heal in my dreams too. And I get, worked on spiritually because I ask for it. And so I did want to mention that first and foremost, because journaling is super important, especially if you are having bad dreams. And I find that, you really do a lot of interpreting that way as well. I mean, we know how powerful journaling is, both for healing, manifesting. It's just got incredible power. And the same thing works with dreaming, and why it is always so encouraged to write them down no matter what. You're usually able to interpret them, or even just for therapeutics or purposes, it just really helps to get it out, right? So journaling is really a great way that I deal with any kind of uncomfortable or scary dream. And it also kind of is neutralizing as well, which really brings me to the next way that I heal and I deal with my uncomfortable dreams. They are obviously not fun. We all know that. You can wake up in a sweat. It can be hard to go back to sleep. It's just really not a very fun experience, is it? So there is a few different things that I do besides journaling and in the moment, emotionally and mentally, to neutralize the fear of it. And so one of the ways that I do that is by awareness. And actually, all of these ways that I'm going to mention that have to do with neutralizing the fear really all have to do with awareness and just different ways of bringing in more awareness. So one of those ways is realizing that fear usually has to do with the past. It's an emotion that is attached to the past, things that have happened to us in the past. And so just even simply bringing awareness to that, it brings me back into the present moment, that I am not in the past, right? That I am in my safe, warm bed, and that I am present and aware, and that I am not in the past and everything is okay. And so bringing yourself into the present moment, I find, is really, really helpful in terms of neutralizing the fear. And it also takes the power out of the fear. And so that's what all of these practices do for me, because for me it is all about maintaining my power, staying in my power, and not giving my power away to fear. And another way that I do that, speaking of power, is I am also very aware of the fact that since I have really stepped into my power and I have healed so much and I really maintain my power and I am leveling up constantly, that it's kind of one of those things where it's like new levels, new devils, right? And I just went through another really big purge, and it again just elevated me to another new frequency, and I am lighter. And we know that every time that happens, spiritual warfare is going to be involved. And so another way that I don't give my power away to that, again, is by being aware of that. And I change the conversation, right? And I change my perspective of it, that I think, oh man, this is actually proof that I am about to level up again. And also, this is proof of how powerful I am, because otherwise these energies wouldn't be coming for me. And so by doing that, any negative energies just cannot stick or survive. And so that is one of the biggest keys when it comes to spiritual warfare, is really knowing how powerful you are, or otherwise you wouldn't be getting messed with. And just the awareness of knowing that where we're at right now, that truly everything is spiritual and energetic, and why it is so important to see through the programs and the illusions so that those things don't stick to you, and so that you can really have such a clear understanding of fear being so fake, such an illusion, truly meant to keep you captive. And the same thing goes for the dreaming state, right? So those are just a couple of the ways. And another way I will mention, and this might be a little bit out there for some of you, but it's still worth mentioning for those that it is going to resonate with, that I also do a lot of quantum healing in my sleep. And this is because I ask for it. I always ask my guides and my angels to please work on me while I sleep. And even if that means I am going to have uncomfortable or even scary dreams, I really welcome it because, again, it just levels me up. It really does free me, it lightens my load. I feel like I'm on a new frequency every single time. I discover more and more of my gifts and what I am capable of. It makes me more of a powerful manifester and all of those things. And again, just refusing the fear of it and changing the narrative and being in control of the energy in that way. And again, just rejecting the fear in some of the ways that I have mentioned really dissolves the resistance so that you can be worked on and so that you can receive new frequencies and new gifts and level up and really be in more of your most authentic self and power. And so in the dreaming, when I get worked on, I will often receive these uncomfortable dreams because really what I'm doing is healing. And many a time, if we just go back to it or even experience a memory that is similar to it, it really again just neutralizes it and it heals it just by going back to it, just for that split second temporarily, so that you can understand why that fear was there, whether it is from a memory dealing with this life or even healing past life wounds can be extremely powerful. And since I welcome those things, that is also what I experience in the dream state. But again, it is always to lighten me up and to heal it so that I can move on. And all it takes is that awareness in that one dream and clearing that away and moving on. So actually using your dreams and asking to be worked on by either source, your guides, your angels, whatever it is that resonates with you can be really helpful for helping to clear that away so that you can move on, raise your frequency, and again, just really be opened up to what you can do. And there's another couple quick little things that I want to mention that may help you as well, that I have figured these things out in meditation that really help with uncomfortable dreams as well. If you have a particularly scary one thing that really will help you is just immediately hopping in the shower. Water is so cleansing. This will truly, again, just neutralize it, bring it back to your reset. You'll be able to go back to sleep a lot quicker. Just literally hop in the shower and hose off really quick. And another thing that you can do is eat a little something really quickly, even if it is just a gummy vitamin. It is really grounding for your energy. If you have had a scary dream, that will really help as well. And again, don't forget the journaling. Journaling is so powerful. Again, even if you just put it down and then read it back in the morning, that'll often help you just bring awareness to it. If you do want better understanding of it, you will interpret it better, you will heal it better. And sometimes it even creates a story. I find that sometimes if I am having recurring negative dreams that are even like the same message but showing up in different ways, I find that when I write it down, it'll kind of tell a story, and when I read it back to myself, it really clears things up. But the biggest thing is to not obsess over it. The more that you can dissolve resistance and truly trust that it is for your highest good, and refuse fear, most importantly, and also change your perspective on it, the better off that you are going to be. And believe me, I know that this takes practice. Sometimes I literally was one of those people that I was so scared of the dark, and I say person because literally that happened into adulthood. But being such a spiritual person, I really experienced a lot of different activity and things, and so it's really just been such a process for me to get to this point. So I really do empathize, and please do remember that, you are never alone, and you can always, again, like, lean on prayer or even take a moment to meditate and just listen and just focus on the fact that you are not alone. And I don't know if this is your thing. If it doesn't resonate, don't worry about it. But when I am particularly scared from waking up from a dream, I always call in Archangel Michael. He is the protector angel, the warrior angel, and I find that it always makes me feel better immediately. And so prayer always really helps me anytime I wake up in a fright and startled like that too. So I really hope that this was helpful, y'all. Please do let me know in the comments. I am so grateful for each and every one of you. I love each and every one of you. And, if you feel guided, you can even share some of your dream hacks in the comments too. And if my energy resonates with yours, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one.